Good morning, students. Welcome to English grammar class. Today we'll be starting with a new lesson, verbs. In that verbs, we'll be seeing transitive and intransitive verbs. Just see there on page number 45. Two pictures are being shown to you in the warm-up. A man who is pulling a horse. And then there is a circus going on. The children are watching the circus. The monkeys are performing some stunts. Now, in the first one, they have said me, take the sentence that makes proper sense in each group of sentences. 3 sentences have been given to you. Read them. The children showed some monkeys the juggler. Some monkeys showed the children the juggler. The juggler showed the children some monkeys. Now, who is the juggler? Have you went to the circus? A man, he is performing the stunts. Maybe he is holding 3 to 4 balls in his hand and then he starts rotating them and he holds them in his hands. Or maybe he is cycling. Or maybe he is moving from one place to another place. He is making a comedy. So such a person is called as a juggler. You can see there the monkeys are performing some stunts with the balls, and then one monkey is sitting on a bicycle and another one, it is hanging on the pole. So a juggler is a person who is performing these actions. So I have to just see which sentence is going to make the sense. The children showed some monkeys the juggler. It is not possible. Second one is also not possible. The answer is going to be the third one. The correct sentence is the third one. The juggler showed the children some monkeys. Now, see the sentence. In this, how many people are there? Juggler is there, children are there, and then monkeys are there. Now, in this, which one is the verb? Showed. Showed is the verb or it is the action. So, juggler is going to be the subject. And here I am having 2 objects, which are those children and monkeys. So, one is going to be the direct object, another one is going to be the indirect object. We have already studied what is subject and what is object. Indirect object also we have studied. Now go to the second sentence. The Lord was carrying the horse for the master. Is it possible? The load. Load means whatever weight. Is the Lord going to carry the horse and the man? No. The master was carrying the load for the horse. Why will the person do that? Why will the master do that? He cannot carry the load. That is why he is taking the help of the horse. Third sentence. The horse was carrying the load for the master. Just see the image. You can see that the horse is carrying some load, some weight. So the third sentence is correct. In third sentence, the horse. Horse is going to be the subject. Carrying. Carrying means it is going to be the verb. And which is the direct object? It is load. And indirect object is master. Now we'll see. They have given us the definition of the verb. See there. Verbs are words or a group of words that may express an action, a state, or possession. Possession means you own something, that is called. You have something, you are the owner of that thing, that material, that object, then that is the verb. Often verbs expressing action, effect, or are received by another noun, phrase, or pronoun in the sentence. Like I have seen in the second sentence, the horse was carrying the load for the master. Here I am having how many nouns? Horse is a noun, master is a noun, load is the object. I am performing some action on the load. The person who is performing the action is called as the subject and the subject is performing some action on something, then that is called as the object. When the action is performed by someone, then he or she is called as the subject, and on whom he is performing the action, that thing is called as a object. In some sentences there can be one object, and in some sentences there can be two objects. Now just see there in the example, the bees stung Raghav. Stung means, you know that the bees, they have one thorn, and then they insert that thorn in us, and then we get some pimples on our body gets swollen, so that is called as stung, biting. The action indicated by the verb stung, so here stung is the action, it is the verb, by the object noun Raghav. Who is performing the action here? The bee is doing something. On whom it is doing? It is doing on Raghav. So bee is the subject and Raghav is the object. So second sentence, the producer has selected him. Who is performing the action here? Who is selecting someone? The producer. So producer is the subject, and who is the object here? Him is the object. Has selected, this is going to be the verb. I hope you have understood what is verb, what is subject, and what is object. Now we'll see what is transitive verb. Verbs that must be followed by an object to make sense or to convey a meaning are called transitive verbs. They are always followed by a noun phrase or a pronoun. So when I'm writing a sentence, in that sentence if I have subject and also a object, then it is called as a transitive verb. Sometimes there can be two objects also, then also it is going to be a transitive verb. If there is no object given in the sentence, only subject is there, then it is called as intransitive verb. If subject and object both are there, then it is transitive verb. If only subject is there, then it is intransitive verb. Just see there, examples have been given. The boys flew. The boys flew. Flew what? Nothing is given, right? There is no object given. The boys flew. Boys is going to be the subject. Flew is the action or it is the verb. But what is not given. So in the second one they have given, just see, the boys flew a kite. Now here in this sentence I have a subject and I have a object also. Then I can say as this is a transitive verb. Whereas the first sentence, the boys flew, it is intransitive verb. We do not use a preposition after a transitive verb, which is the preposition to, for, it, if. These are all prepositions. So I am not going to use a preposition in the transitive verbs. I hope you are clear with what is transitive verb. Just remember, subject is there as well as object is there in the sentence. In the next class, we will be seeing verbs with double object. Thank you.